This is what it's like on a luxury glass dome train. I went with my boyfriend on a 2-day journey through the clouds, as it's called, from Vancouver to Jasper, and you're gonna see what we thought of it and what it was like in this video. So there are, of course, different routes you can take in different amounts of time, but this trip in particular was Vancouver to Jasper over 2 days. We left rainy Vancouver behind, and basically the first thing we did on board was go down to have breakfast. We were doing the gold leaf service level, so that's where you sit up top and then you eat on the lower level. And check out this food. It was really impressive. On the lower level, there's also an outdoor observation area where you can take in the views without the windows, but most of the time we would just head back upstairs and sit in our comfy seats to take in the view from there. Because as you can see, they've got these oversized glass dome windows, so really no obstructed views to just take in the incredible scenery. There are unlimited drinks, and we also got lunch on board, and these are gourmet meals. Like, look at that, prepared by executive chefs. And the views, we didn't know if we should be looking at and admiring the food or looking out the windows to admire the scenery, so we just did a bit of both. And then also went back out onto the observation deck again to take in some of the views out there. It did get windy at times, but not that cold. As you can see, we weren't even wearing jackets. So we're just waiting for another train to go by, but between the food, the service, and the view, what's your favorite part so far?
Well, the food's been amazing. The staff and the service and the views.
Oh, so all of it.
Yeah, all of it.
There wasn't really anything not to like, and we never felt uncomfortable either. Like, I'm sure everybody knew that we were a gay couple, but it was never an issue at all. All the staff were amazing. All the other passengers were really nice. We felt comfortable being ourselves and just had a great time on board with everybody else. It's funny too how we never got tired of looking out the windows. Sometimes we could see some wildlife, sometimes I'd walk to the front of the train to just take in the views there and just admire the incredible scenery and be in awe of this beautiful province. And you don't actually sleep on the train, so it was just taking in all the views during the day, and then as we approached sunset and got into the evening, we actually got off the train, got onto buses and over to a hotel in Kamloops to stay the night there, which of course was much more spacious and comfortable than if we had to sleep on a train. Welcome to day 2 of our journey through the clouds. Just sort of an ironic name since, you know, we're not on an airplane, we're on a train. But I think it's because Jasper is one of the highest elevated spots in Canada. Is that right? Let's go with it. Check out the view. We are just a little ways outside of Kamloops at the moment. Luckily for everyone on the train, I wasn't a guide. They actually had professionals on board who knew what they were talking about. But we started off this part of the journey with a snack and coffee at our seats, which may or may not have had some Baileys in it already. And then a bit later, we went down and had our breakfast. There were, I think, 4 or 5 different items that you could choose from on the menu, which all sounded and looked, and from what we had tried, tasted delicious. Again, with incredible views. And when you go back up to the top, it's the service staff up there who are the knowledgeable guides telling you about the area as you're going through. Most of the people on the train weren't Canadians, but even as Canadians ourselves, we were learning a lot from the staff. Then we went down for, sadly, our final meal, which was lunch of day 2, which again, we had so many great options and so many incredible views. Then just back up to take in the rest of the scenery before this journey came to an end. And they even found ways to keep us entertained in case the scenery somehow wasn't enough.
Check this out. At one point they asked us all to draw a moose because they said that it reveals a lot about you how you draw a moose. I think to me it just reveals that some people are really good at it and some people not so much.
I'm definitely in the not so much category, so I just had fun judging everybody else's drawings and acting like, as a Canadian, I obviously would have done a perfect lifelike job, but I just didn't want to show everybody up. And then all there was really left to do was eat a cookie. That's what they gave us as a final treat as we were approaching Jasper for the end of our amazing trip. And that was our journey through the clouds on Rocky Mountaineer. As a gay couple, we were comfortable on board. Sometimes we'd hold hands, or I'd put my hand on his arm. It really didn't matter because everybody was focused on the amazing scenery outside the window. And I shared some more of that on Instagram, so make sure you're following me there to see my photos and reels from my trips. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you if you've ever been on a train ride like this before, or maybe another Rocky Mountaineer route that we should check out. Please leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or you found it helpful, and subscribe if you're new, because I'll have another video from my next trip very soon. Bye!